How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to have the conversation that you need to have if you want that positive mindset. If you're tired of the negative, low frequency life and you want to make the shift, this is what you need to hear. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word, be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. We're going to take a deep breath in, and as we breathe in, we're going to say that word over and over and over again, really charge ourselves up with that energy. And then as we're holding our breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, before we get started, if there's something that you take away or enjoy from this episode, if you're on YouTube or Spotify, you can actually leave a comment below. Not only will that let me know what you like or what you take away, somebody else might read your comment and it might inspire them to give this episode a listen. I want to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the world, and the best way to do that is together. So whether you leave a positive comment or share this with somebody, it means the absolute world to me, and I could never thank you enough. But let's dive into today's message. So what's the conversation that needs to be had? What is it that we need to talk about so that you can become anything that you desire? This is something that I do a lot with my one-on-one clients, and so I thought it was important to try it here. Try it with you. So I want you to take a moment and really just feel the connection. This is me talking to you. This is you listening, observing, and asking yourself, testing yourself, reflecting on self, and then hopefully giving yourself a different perspective. So everything in the world is happening. There's people becoming president. There's people winning awards. There's people becoming billionaires, millionaires, meeting the person of their dreams. Everything is happening. So why are you not experiencing what you desire? What is stopping you from becoming and receiving what it is that you desire? Why not you? Is it your background? Is it your education? Is it the way you look? Is it who you know? Is it your talent? What is it that's stopping you from achieving and receiving what it is that you desire? I would say that the most powerful thing that's preventing is the thing that's also creating your current experience, and that's your energy. You see, the law of attraction says like attracts like. If everything is energy, then any experience, any vision, any goal, any material thing, any person is energy as well. So if like attracts like, then all you have to do is change the energy that you are to then attract the energy that you desire. Instead of thinking of it, oh, I want this car, or I want this bank account, or I want this job, or I want this person, think about the energy of those things. And then what is the attraction, or what is the similar energy that would attract it and then become that? What would it take for you to accept that as truth? What would have to happen in your life for you to take that as a powerful perspective, a powerful belief, and use it? Because people do. People do it consciously and subconsciously. Some people, from the moment they're born, as soon as they can start forming thoughts, thinking of ideas, visualizing what they want, they become one-track minded in that, whether it's the type of person they want to date, how much money they want to make, the job they want to have, how they want to look. They are obsessed about that one thing. It's all they think about. It's all they speak about. It's all they act in alignment with. And so they receive it. So we see someone like that and we say, oh, they were dedicated. They were focused on their goal. They did the work. Like we see the mechanical, physical things that happen, but we don't pay attention to the energetic state that changed along the way to eventually receive it. That's what we miss. And so we look at all their physical things like, oh, well, they went to this school, or they had these parents, or they had this background, or had this money. Like we see all the physical things and we realize that even though those might be impactful, it's the energetic state that truly matters. And you have the choice, you have the power to create the energetic space for yourself. Everything operates on frequency, so there's levels. When you raise your frequency through gratitude and a lot of the things that we talk about here, your perception changes. You will not receive differently than you perceive. Meaning, if you perceive the world as empty, if you perceive the world with lack, you will receive lack. If you receive it, or if you see it as opportunity, if your mind is constantly like, how does this help for me? How do things work out for me? How can I receive what I want? Where in this struggle is my win? When you always see the silver lining, all of a sudden there's always silver linings in everything. When you always see the good, all of a sudden there's always good in everything. When you always see the vision that you have for yourself, all of a sudden the vision for yourself is available in everything. It's not the world, it's you. You have the power. You are a powerful creator. There is nobody on this earth that is a better creator than you. Because all of this is creating with you. I'm creating with you. Your neighbor's creating with you. We're all doing it together. Some people have taken control of that power. They are aware and they harness it, but you have the same power as me. You can manifest. You can create anything. You are creating your current experience. And that's the first thing that's probably the hardest to accept. It's that most people don't want to accept that they're responsible for their current state of being because it may not be what they want. So they'd rather say they don't have the power. It's this person's fault. It's the government's fault. It's the weather's fault. It's the timing's fault. It's the way I was born, my background, my ethnicity. It's all of those things. It's not me. I didn't choose to be born with parents that didn't support me and had no money. And I grew up in bad school systems. So it can't be my fault. Not realizing that this human experience is just a part of the overall energetic experience that you have. Your energy did not start when you were born, and it definitely does not end when you die. This is just a quick experience, a blip, an opportunity to learn. And you are a manifester, you are a creator, you are an observer. Those things are what you are. So you observe and create. You create what you observe. So if you start observing the positive thoughts in your mind, if you start observing the vision of who you want to be, if you start observing yourself doing the actions when it's difficult, doing the actions when you don't want to, doing the actions when everyone else is telling you not to do it and you do it anyway, guess what? You start to believe. As you believe, you receive. You will not receive differently than your beliefs. If you think that you're worth $60,000 a year, or you believe that $80,000 a year is too much for somebody to get paid, then that will be your reality. You will make less than that, and you will receive less than that. Why would you receive more than you believe should people receive? You won't. Why would you receive more happiness than you believe people would receive? You won't. Why would you receive an easier path that you believe other people shouldn't receive? You won't. You have to believe that it can be easy. You have to believe that it's possible. You have to know that you are the creator of them circumstances. And if you never quit, you can't lose because your energy never stops. It doesn't matter if your life stops. Your energy goes on. So why not learn to control it? Why not learn to harness it? Why not accept the power and take that finger instead of pointing at other things, giving them the power, accept it for yourself, turn it around and give yourself the power. You are the author of the story you're living. You're the creator. You're the observer. So you write the book, you live the book, you observe the book, you are the book. It's all you. You get to write what's in there. No one else. Someone can influence you because you're not in control of your power. Your parents might have influenced you. Maybe they told you they didn't want you. That you cost too much money, that you are a burden, that you need to be quiet. You don't need to make these noises. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. Don't act like this. Maybe they put those thoughts in your mind and so they've stayed there. So you are now creating continually based on what they implanted on your mind. But you're still creating it. You can shift it. You're listening to a podcast right now that gives you the tools to shift. You don't need anything else. I'm not saying that you should only listen to this. You should absolutely expand to all things that are grabbing your attention. But I promise you, if you follow the processes, if you follow the mindset shifts that we talk about just in these episodes, you will change. You will start to receive the peace you desire, the love, the abundance, whatever it is that you want in your life, you can do it. So raise your perspective and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to shift your mindset, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you're ready to level up, if you're looking to expand in health, wealth, and happiness, you should reach out on my Instagram. I can tell you about my group, Freedom Fundamentals. A few people have joined it from here, and it's a really positive experience. It's a great way to expand in wealth. We teach real estate there. It's a great way to expand in your mindset, because we definitely talk about there. And it's a great way to create and really just author the story that you want to live. So if you want more information on that, you can reach out to me again via Instagram, or there's a link down below. Fill that out. I will get back to you as well. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.